So when I got back from the last sail, I noticed that we had some problems with the rudder here, and you could see that these bolts right here are loose on both sides. I'll check that bottom one too, but I aim to go ahead and take care of that today. Before I do that though, this is the pelican hook to the lifeline that I basically pass through when I'm docking or getting on and out of the boat. And it uses a rather poor split pin right here. And what I'm going to do is change it out to a split ring instead. I catch things on this, I catch my skin on it, other things, and so I want that gone. And I'll do that a few places on the boat here just to clean that up. Let's just go ahead and remove this thing. Really doesn't seem like it's a very secure setup, does it? Interestingly enough too, look how big that is. Not that that's you got this tiny little pin here, which of course fits this, but I wonder if this hook is original. Although they are the same on the both sides. But anyways, so let's go ahead and we'll put this back together. Okay, I went with a larger ring. These these ones here are just a little too small to make it through there. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to use these for much, but anyways, I got that ring there. Now it's secure and it's not gonna snag on anything. All kinds of things flying over this morning. Okay, with the cockpit locker all cleared out, what I'm hoping to do is take these, get behind and clamp this down on the internal nuts, which I'm hoping are backing these on the transom here, and then come back out and crank down on the slotted bolts that are out here. I'm already stuck. I'm gonna have to open up some things in the other locker. Okay, now both lockers are clear. I think my batteries are dead though. Yeah, these are loose right here. I'm going to loosen them off even more. So I want to put some thread lock on them. You see, they're just turning off by hand here. Of course, I didn't bring the thread lock down. Oh, this last one is on there pretty well. I found my thread locker. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. If this is gonna work, but maybe I'll go ahead and give it a go. Just give a little blurb. Oh. Run this down, and then I'll throw the vice grips on it. And hopefully that'll be enough. Gotta really get in here to cinch these down good. Okay. That worked pretty well. Move on to the next one. I have to squirt it from your side because I can't see if anything comes out otherwise. Yeah, that came out. That was quite a bit. All four of these bottom ones were just a little loose. They weren't bad, but okay, well, one more to go. What I'm going to have to plan to do is take the rudder off completely and take those bolts out and reseal them completely. Thread lock is just to keep them tight. Certainly not going to help with sealing anything, and I think that there's a little bit of historical leaking back there. I'm not sure how recent it is. The bilge is dry currently, so I'm here at the mast with the mainsail slugs, and after I replace the slugs and put some Tef gel on them to make them slide nice and easy, I found that they're getting just really gummed up with all the years of stuff that was in this the slide. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because I believe this boat used to support only a bolt rope. This is a wide open slot, and if I lowered the sail without this aluminum plate here, everything would just fall out. So anyways, I'm going to remove this, expose the slugs, clean them up, and reapply some more Tef gel to lubricate it up a little bit more. You can see how kind of gross these slugs are. So we'll get them cleaned up. I don't think I can keep you on keep the video rolling when I'm doing this because of the location, but I'll get them cleaned up and re-lubed, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, well I got the slugs cleaned up. Not too bad. And then here is this plate I was talking about. Here's a slot that the bolt rope would have come out of. You can attach the sail to the mast, and they put this. Someone fabricated this. I think it's stainless steel. It's a piece of relatively thin stainless that they bent in such a way. The problem is that when I'm raising the sail, it gets up to here and it doesn't want to jump this gap. The slugs get stuck there. They really could have done a better job of selecting a piece of steel, just making it longer. And they put it in two different places here, as you can see. And the top one is okay, but what I need to happen here is, because there's a lip in here, is I really need to take this and this corner, I need to just kind of just push it in a little bit more, so there's more of a better transition here between the thickness of the mast, the aluminum of the mast here, and where you've got this thin piece of stainless. And I think if I do that, I think it usually sits right here. I think if I can push that in just a little bit, it might help me bridge that gap and have a smoother raising of the sail. Really, I should just find a piece and make it, another probably 3/8 of an inch longer or so, and attach that using the holes that are here. But anyways, let me see what I can do to just bend this in a little bit and see if that improves anything or makes a mess of it. All right, I thought this was aluminum early on, but now that I'm feeling it, the weight of it definitely points to stainless. So I'm just going to use a pair of pliers here. I was gonna heat it up, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. So I'm gonna use 2 pairs of pliers and get some channel locks here. And see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to affect things. I think really what I have to do is just go to yeah, I didn't put much on it, but a little bit. Let's see. And we'll just see if that changes the behavior at all, or makes it worse, or what. This is what I'm going to put on to lubricate the slugs. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Essentially, I'm just taking a goop of it on my finger here and just being pretty liberal with it. I don't know if this just helps collect dirt, probably, just to a large extent, but and maybe I'll have to start doing this, you know, once annually or more frequently. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll learn as I go, see what works. Maybe try a different lubricant at some point, but this is what I'm working on right now. So, oops. Reaching the height on the mast for the slugs where they're just falling out up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that plate on the way it is currently. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of this lanolin to coat those threads, because those are stainless screws and this is an aluminum mast, and the two metals do not like each other. So to avoid any major corrosion, I'll just go ahead and dip them in here a little bit to coat them, and then throw them down tight. Okay, everything's back together. I've got the plate bolted in, and it seems if I pull on it out just a little bit like this and up, it seems to move up pretty well against that, because it forces this little indentation that I put on here forces the slug to tilt just a little bit, and that seems like enough to get it situated in a place to keep on going. Although there is a little bit of I mean, seriously, really, I just need to another, like I said, 3/8 of an inch on this plate. So I'll consider that, see what I can do to make another plate and manage that. Anyway, so I'm pretty happy with getting that done so far. What's the next job? So this Tanzer 22 uses primarily 7x19 cable for the halyards, but it's joined, as you can see, down to 3/8 inch rope. And this is the junction here, and the binding here has come off, and you can see that it's like that was probably the way it is historically, but the cover to the double braid nylon has come out. I think that was just they couldn't pull it through. I intend to replace the entire halyard. I think if I cut the end off here and redo it with another eye splice, I won't have quite enough length. Anyways, and I want to get rid of this plastic, and this large eye I'm not happy with either. But for today, all I'm going to do is re-seize this here. Unfortunately, it won't come down to deck level, so I got to work. It's about 2.5, 3 feet off the deck, so I just got to work with it right here. Well, first pass is pretty ugly, and I didn't have nearly enough of this. This is Marlowe's number 4 whipping twine that I'm using here. And I didn't use nearly enough. I doubled it up, but I'm going to go ahead and go down another, maybe almost doubling this length here. It's pretty well secured. I don't think it's going anywhere, but yeah, we're going to do some more of that. Probably bring it back over the top of this too. Anyways, practice makes perfect, so let's keep going. Okay. It's not, like I said, it's not great. I wasn't particular about the lay of these, of this whipping twine, but it is secure again. And one of these days I'll get down here and I'll replace the whole thing. Got the new head sail, the 135 in the bag here. And the next thing I want to do while I've got my sewing kit out is to whip these ends and clean these up. Anyways, we'll get to that. We'll take care of that and get that out of the way. Okay, so I've got those taken care of. This one actually came out pretty nice. Happy with that. And the other one is not as pretty, but it is... I should probably just cut this blob off here at the top, but it's okay. So let's look at the list and see what else we got to do here.